अपन यूनिट 2 स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं. द यूनिट 2 इज द सबस्टेशन एंड अर्थिंग. सब्जेक्ट इज इलेक्ट्रिकल इंस्टॉलेशन, मेंटेनेंस एंड टेस्टिंग. ओके, फर्स्ट इज द सबस्टेशन and second topic is earthing. In substation, first topic is the classification of the substation. Second topic is various equipment used in the substation with their specification. Means कौन से equipment आप use करते हो substation में. Third is bus bar arrangement in substation. In bus bar arrangement, first is the single bus bar arrangement. Second is the sectionalized single bus bar system. थर्ड इज द मेन एंड ट्रांसफर बस बार. बस बार क्या होता है सबस्टेशन में? यस एनीबॉडी, क्या होता है बस बार? इट इज ए कांस्टेंट वोल्टेज सोर्स, मींस जिसका वोल्टेज आपका कांस्टेंट रहता है. सो इन सबस्टेशन देयर आर 3 पॉइंट्स. फर्स्ट इज द क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ द सबस्टेशन. सेकंड पॉइंट इज द वेरियस इक्विपमेंट यूज्ड इन सबस्टेशन विद देयर स्पेसिफिकेशन. Third is the bus bar arrangement in substation. In bus bar arrangement, first is the single bus bar system, second is the sectionalized single bus bar system, third is the main and transfer bus bar system. Okay, with the relevant diagram. And second is the earthing. Second is the earthing. So earthing, first is the necessity of earthing. कि भाई earthing की जरूरत क्या है आपको. Second point is the types of earthing system, means equipment earthing है या neutral earthing, and the maintenance free earthing system. Third point is the method of testing earth resistance. जो आपका अर्थ है उसका कैसे टेस्ट करोगे? What are the different types of method? Fourth is the different electrode configuration, means जो आप इलेक्ट्रोड डिग करते हो ग्राउंड में वो कौन कौन से, प्लेट है या pipe electrode. So there are 2 types of electrode, plate electrode and the pipe electrode. Fifth point is tolerable steps and touch voltage. ठीक है, मीन्स कोई भी कांटेक्ट पॉइंट है उस कांटेक्ट पॉइंट को टच करने से आपके और उस पॉइंट के बीच में कितना वोल्टेज जनरेट होता है. दिस इज द tolerable steps and the touch voltage. Next is the steps involved in design the substation earthing grid as per IEEE standard 80 to 2000. Means कौन सी steps है for designing the substation earthing grid? किसके अकॉर्डिंग? by according IEEE standard 80 to 2000. इसके अकॉर्डिंग आपको जो डिजाइन करना है सबस्टेशन का earthing grid, उसके कौन से steps. So one by one we go through the different topics. So first is substation. This is the diagram of the substation. In the diagram of substation we see the main component is the transformer. ठीक है, so transformer is the main equipment of the any substation. Then lightning arrestor है, then आपका isolator है, then bus bar है. So there are different types of equipment which are used in the substation for continuity of the supply. ठीक है, so substation. What is substation? The assembly of the apparatus used to change some characteristics. Means there is a number of apparatus which are assembled together for different characteristics like voltage, AC to DC, frequency, power factor, etc. Means the characteristics है आपकी जिसको change करता है, it is the voltage है, AC to DC, then frequency and power factor, etc. of electric supply is called substation. मीन सबस्टेशन में क्या होता है आपका वोल्टेज, सप्लाई, फ्रीक्वेंसी, पावर फैक्टर, दिस आर चेंजेबल वैल्यू. ठीक है, इसको सबस्टेशन चेंज करता है अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर रिक्वायरमेंट. सबस्टेशन आर द इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ द पावर सिस्टम. मेन पार्ट इज द सबस्टेशन. इसका पावर सिस्टम. पावर सिस्टम में क्या होता है? जनरेटर मीन्स जनरेशन, ट्रांसमिशन लाइन्स मीन्स द ट्रांसमिशन सिस्टम. Third is the load, means the distribution system. So in all power system, the substation plays an important part. The continuity of the supply depends on the successful operation of substation. Means जो consumer है, जो load है, जिसको आपको supply देना है, उसकी जो continuity है, वो किस पे डिपेंड करती है? डिपेंड अपॉन द सक्सेसफुल ऑपरेशन ऑफ सबस्टेशन। मीन जो सबस्टेशन है जिसमें ब्रेकडाउन कम होता है उसका सक्सेसफुल रेट क्या है, उस पे कंटिन्यूटी ऑफ सप्लाई डिपेंड करती है। So therefore, it is essential to take care while designing and building a substation. Means when you design any substation or build any substation, that time you will take the care of the main point continuity of the supply. Means consumer को आप continuity of supply मिलते रहना चाहिए, ठीक है? So next, the following point must be kept in view while laying out the substation. जब भी आप कोई substation डिजाइन कर रहे हैं, layout कर रहे हैं, so what are the different points you must consider? First is it should be located at the center of gravity of load. Means जहाँ पे भी आपका लोड है, उस लोड का सेंटर क्या है, उस सेंटर में आपका सबस्टेशन इंस्टॉल होगा, ठीक है? सेकंड इज इट शुड प्रोवाइड सेफ एंड रिलायबल अरेंजमेंट। मीन्स कैसा रहना चाहिए? सेफ रहना चाहिए, सेफ्टी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से सबस्टेशन ओके होना चाहिए। देन रिलायबल होना चाहिए। रिलायबल मीन्स आप उसके ऊपर विश्वास कर सकते हैं कि जो भी ऑपरेशन करोगे इट विल बी ओके। मीन्स ऐसा नहीं कि आपने ऑन किया तो ऑन नहीं हुआ, ऑफ किया तो ऑफ नहीं हुआ, ठीक है? मीन्स जो आपका अरेंजमेंट है कैसे होना चाहिए? रिलायबल होना। थर्ड पॉइंट, इट शुड बी इजीली ऑपरेटेड एंड मेंटेन। मीन्स इसको ज़्यादा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड सिस्टम नहीं होना चाहिए, इजीली ऑपरेट होना चाहिए और उसका मेंटेन आपका चले, मीन्स मेंटेनेंस भी उसका इजी होना चाहिए। फोर्थ पॉइंट, इट शुड बी इन्वॉल्व मिनिमम कैपिटल कॉस्ट। कैपिटल कॉस्ट में जो आपका उस सबस्टेशन डिजाइन करने में या सबस्टेशन इंस्टॉल करने में जो कॉस्ट आता है वो कैसा रहना चाहिए? आपका मिनिमम रहना चाहिए, ठीक है? नेक्स्ट इज द क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ सबस्टेशन। मीन्स व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ सबस्टेशन in our power system. The substation may be classified in the number of ways. First is the nature of duty. Means depend upon the nature of duty, there are different types of substation. Second is the service requirement. Different type of service is there in the power system. So depending upon the service requirement, there is a classification of the substation. Third is the operating voltage. ठीक है? And fourth is importance. What are the importance? What is the operating voltage? What is the design and construction features? ठीक है? So depending upon this 5 parameters, there are number of substations in the power system. So first is on the basis of nature of duty. Means आपका उसकी ड्यूटी क्या है, उसके अकॉर्डिंग आपका सबस्टेशन कौन सा है? स्टेप अप एंड द प्राइमरी सबस्टेशन। First is the step up and primary substation. Second is the primary grid substation. Third is the secondary substation. And fourth is the step down or distribution substation. So this is the, on the basis of duty, we can classify the substation in the four types. First is the step up and primary substation. Second is the primary and grid substation. Third is the secondary substation. And fourth is the step down or distribution substation. Next is the on the basis of service requirement. On the basis of service requirement, first substation is the transformer substation. Second is the switching substation. Third is the power factor correction substation. Okay? And fourth is the frequency changer substation. Fifth is the converting substation. So on the basis of service requirement, the classification 5 types of the substation are classified. First is the transformer substation, second is the switching substation, third is the power factor correction substation, fourth is the frequency changer substation, and fifth is the converting substation, and last is the industrial substation. Okay. On the basis of operating voltage, जो आपका वोल्टेज है उस वोल्टेज आपके कितना हाई है या कितना लो है, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन दिस ऑपरेटिंग वोल्टेज we can classify the substation. First is the high voltage substation. Means we can call this substation HV substation. Second is the extra high voltage substation, EHV substation. And third is the ultra high voltage substation, means UHV substation. Okay. So this is the classification of the substation depending upon the operating voltage. Next is the on the basis of importance. Means वो substation का कितना importance है power system में. So first is the grid substation and second is town substation. We can go one by one and in detail. what is the grid type of substation, what is the town substation. Okay, first we see the classification of the substation. Next is the on the basis of design and construction features. So based on this, the substation is classified in the indoor type substation. Second is the outdoor type substation, and third is the underground substation. Okay, and last is the pole mounted substation. So these are the classification of the substation depending upon the design and construction features on the basis of important, on the basis of operating voltage. So this figure shows the block diagram, simple block diagram. What are the different types of substation which are located in the power system? So first is the this GS means the generating station where the power is generated. So power is generated at 11 kilovolt. Then we can step up the voltage of that power. Means so 11 kV voltage there, this voltage from by using the step up transformer, we can increase the voltage level of that substation from 11 kV to 220 kV. ठीक? Then this power is supplied to the primary grid substation. In the primary grid substation, the voltage level is 220 kV, and the transformer here which are used in the primary grid substation, the rating of that transformer is 220 kV to 66 kV. Means which type of substation is transformer is used? Step down transformer is used here. So this power again go to primary grid substation to secondary substation. In secondary substation, the voltage level is 66 kV, okay, and the transformer rating is 66 kV by 11 kilovolt. Okay. Same in two-way direction. Okay. And the line which are interconnected this secondary substation, it is called the interconnection of these two substations. Okay. Means if suppose this substation is failed due to some reason, that we can supply the power from that to this distribution system. If this substation is failed, then power we can supply to primary to secondary, secondary to distribution substation. It means this substation may be continuous getting the power from the source. Okay. From secondary substation, we give the supply to the distribution substation. The voltage level of this distribution substation is 11 kilovolt. Means the transformer which are used in this substation is the step up down transformer. The voltage rating is 11 kV primary side and secondary side is 440 volt or 0.4 kV. So distribution substation is located here. Means at the consumer level, here the load is connected. Means which type of load is connected? It is either single phase or either three phase. The voltage level for the three phase is 440 volt or single phase is 230 volt. If the high voltage consumer is connected in the system, means the voltage level of that consumer is 11 kV. Means suppose some small industry is there, the voltage required for that industry is 11 kV. At that time, he can get the supply from directly secondary substation to that particular industry. There is no need to distribution substation here because the voltage level of this is 11 kV and output of the secondary substation voltage is 11 kilovolt. Okay. So next, this is the block diagram of the typical electric supply indicating the position of the above type of substation. So in that case, there is a step-up substation we see already. Secondary, primary grid substation. Third is the secondary substation. Fourth is the distribution substation. So next we see the what is the difference between the indoor and outdoor type substation. Means there are different types of substation. We will see the what are the outdoor type substation and what is the indoor type. In the outdoor type substation, the space required is more. Okay. But in the indoor type substation, the space required is less. Second, less time is required for erection for outdoor substation. Means जो substation अभी आप लोग देखा है, it is the outdoor substation. But indoor type substation, the more time is required for erection, and here the less time is required. Okay? Third is easy future extension. Means आपको future में substation में और कोई equipment या place करना है या उसको extend करना है, we can easily do. But it is difficult for the indoor type of substation. Okay. Next is the fault location easier because the equipment is in the full view. Means the all the equipment is open in the atmosphere. So if there is any fault, we can locate easily. But in the indoor type substation, the fault location is very difficult because it is enclosed inside any particular construction area. Okay. Next is the capital cost is low for the outdoor type substation. Here the capital cost is high. Next is the difficult in operation. Means outdoor type substation is difficult for operation, but the indoor type substation is easy for the operation. Next is the possibility of the fault escalation is less because the greater clearance can be provided. Means the distance between the equipment to equipment is more. So we can do the fault, means we can remove the fault easily in the case of outdoor type substation because the clearance between the equipment is very high. दो चार इक्विपमेंट जो भी इक्विपमेंट लगे रहते हैं उनके बीच में स्पेस ज़्यादा रहता है जिसके कारण we can find the fault easily and we can remove the fault easily. But in low type substation the space is very less, so due to the possibility of the fault removing or fault escalation is very difficult. So next is the equipment is in the substation. What are the different types of equipment in the substation? First is the bus bar, second is the insulator, third is the switch gear, fourth is the load interrupter switches, fifth is the earthing switching. Okay. And next is the circuit breaker and power transformer, fuses, then instrument transformer, current transformer, potential transformer, then protective relay, then lightning arrestor. Next is the indicating and metering instrument, batteries, carrier current equipment, control cables. So these are the equipment which are used in the circuit. So today we stop here, and for next class we will go in detail what is the different types of bus bar scheme. Okay. So this is the just introduction of the unit number 2. Okay. And we go here. First, today we see only the classification of the substation. In the next class, we see the various equipment using the substation, their specification. मीटर जो ट्रांसफार्मर आपने यूज किया उसका स्पेसिफिकेशन कितना रहना चाहिए, सर्किट सर्किट ब्रेकर का स्पेसिफिकेशन क्या रहना चाहिए, बस बार जो आपने यूज किया, बस बार मीन्स व्हाट इज द कांस्टेंट वोल्टेज सोर्स, जो आपका वोल्टेज जहाँ से आपको इक्विपमेंट को देना है या लोड को देना है तो उसका वोल्टेज आपका कांस्टेंट रहना है. सो वी कैन गिव द सप्लाई टू द कंज्यूमर बाय यूजिंग द बस बार. So what are the different types of bus bar scheme? So main is the 3 bus bar scheme is there. Okay. So we go one by one. So we will meet in the next lecture. Okay. Thank you. अगर किसी कुछ problem any doubt, then you can communicate with my WhatsApp number. Okay.